Okay, come into a kneeling position. Great. All right, hands by the side, fingers, palms clenched. Let's go for your neck curls. So chin down. Let's start to do your neck curls in whatever direction you want. Great. So once you complete the run, I want you to tick-tock back and forth. So as always, with our curls, we are trying to have control of one joint. So as you move only the neck, try your best to clench your fist, engage your core, all this stuff, to keep your shoulders and the rest of the body from moving along. Okay. So keep moving at your own time and your own pace. Good. So I know early morning, so we're gonna spend a bit more time on this one. You can't just wake up the body. Yeah, so again, as you do your neck curls, make sure that you're not leaning side to side. Yep. So shoulders stay totally still. Shoulders do not shift sideways or rotate. So keep going back and forth. If you're comfortable, extend on that circle. Good, good, good. Keep going. Three, two, one, and time. Still from kneeling position, going on to spine, the spine cross. So let's have the hands across the body. You have two options. You can have your palms on your shoulders, or you can have fists pushing into the front of your shoulders. Either way is fine. I just want you to choose the version that's more comfortable for you today. Okay? So I'm going to do hands on front of the shoulder today. Bring your chin down. You round the body as much as possible, hugging the ball. So if you know what I'm going to say, just continue tick-tocking back and forth. Okay? Otherwise, you round the spine. Make sure you squeeze your glutes, engage your lower half of the body, spine stays still. You rotate as much as you can. You side bend as much as you can. You push your body into your arms as much as you can. This is spinal extension. Rotate over, making sure the shoulders do not hike up. Drop the right shoulder down, side bending maximally. Round the spine maximally. And then you come back to center. That's half a rep. And then when you go reverse, the opposite direction. Yep. So as you notice, your hips will want to shift. When I say shift, I mean that the hips will go forwards, backwards, sideways, even a bit like a twisting movement. Yeah, let's try our best to eliminate all that movement. Okay. So I know as we try to go towards, like, as you try to draw a bigger circle of the spine, that stuff may move. I want you to be aware of that and control that movement. If that means reducing the range as you try to control it, do that. Good. So just like the neck curls, I want you to spend a bit more time on this one. Vivian, don't forget the rotation. Huh? So this rotation, this turning part. Yep. No, not the neck, Vivian, not the neck, the spine. So chin down, keep looking at your arms. Yep. Good. Breathe. Please don't hold your breath. Please breathe. Three, two, one, and time. Cool. Now let's just do one more thing. Let's do the scapular curls. So let's have the hands up to the front today. And from here, fist, elbow, shoulder in the same line. And let's just draw circles. You can go up, forwards, down, and back. So moving in one direction first, going up, forwards, down, and back. Yeah, as you move, making sure this stays always in a straight line, and making sure this the head, top of the head all the way down to your knees, which is on the floor. It's not like kind of moving or swaying back and forth. So you see the common theme here is we move one joint, we stop everything else from shifting. Zibun, if you can hide a knee higher, so butt off the heels for today. Yeah, it's fine. I can see your shoulders from there. Let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Look at the screen for a bit. Okay, so we're all quite familiar with the top, the forwards, the bottom, and the back position. For the second direction, right, I want you now to try to make that 4 directions a circle. So like, imagine an up, down, forwards, back, right, a diamond shape. As you go through it, maybe at the start, you're just going to go up. You're going to hit the 4 points. As you get more and more comfortable, I want you to start to try to carve up the sides into a circle. Okay, so eventually it's going to move like that. Okay, all good, all clear? Awesome. Let's do the other side. Your hands up. So we did forwards, right? Now we're going to do backwards. So you go up, back, down, and forwards. All right, and you keep going for time. Yeah, arms are straight. Everyone's doing a great job here. Good, good, good. Monta, the body's moving, shifting a bit. So a little bit more tension in the body. Yep, Vivian, you look comfortable. So try to make that circle a bit bigger. Yeah. 3, and 2, and 1, and time. Awesome. We're gonna come down, enough of that. We're gonna come down and do our hip curls. So hip curls, we're gonna do the side lying version today. So you're gonna lie down on the side and you're gonna click out back and forth, okay? So the starting position is like that. I like your knees in front of your hips. Your hips are stacked. Hands, you can push onto the floor. You can grip your other fist this way. I don't really care as long as it gives you a way to generate tension. Like, I personally just like doing this. This is my preferred setup. Okay, so from this stable position, so everyone just watch me one time. You start off by lifting the knee off, and then you're going to go knee forwards, open up the knee towards the ceiling. You try to keep the knee in place as you rotate the foot behind, and then send the knee behind you, down and forwards. Without touching, you're going to reverse, send it backwards, up, rotate, forwards, and down. Okay? We're going to take it back and forth. This one, we're going to do a strict 1 minute. Get in position. If you started, that's great. Extra time for you. Otherwise, let's go. Good. Okay, so don't forget, I want you to push that hand into the ground or grip hard into wherever you're holding on to help generate that tension in the body. Use that tension to get better movement from that hip joint. Good. So as you move through the rotations, you want to expand on that circle, right? Everyone's moving at really nice constant speed. Now, the next part, the fun part, is to make that circle slightly bigger. Last 10 seconds, keep going. Nice, nice, nice. And time. Let's switch sides. So as you switch sides, I'm going to talk a bit. Now, how do we do better cars? We go by sensation. If you're moving through and it feels really easy, yeah, you definitely can put in a bit more effort at finding a bigger range. Okay, cars can be really horrible if you want to. It can be very easy if you do it in a certain way. So I'd like you to play around with it. Okay, if you want to and you like to, increase the intensity. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so you're always trying to expand that range. Maybe if you try to expand, you find that your body starts to shift, correct that. Maybe you find that it's really hard to generate force to hit, to draw a bigger circle. Maybe try pushing your arm harder into the ground, right? Using your upper body tension to help with the controlling the hip movement. Okay, in every single direction that your knee goes, you want to try to max out that direction. So knee as far forward as you can, knee as high towards the ceiling as you can, knee as far behind your body as you can. Okay, without the hip shifting back and forth. Good, good, good. 5 more seconds. Nice, Priscilla. Yep, brilliant. That's good. And time. Yeah. Let's come to seated position. We'll move on to the knees. In the early morning, let's do sitting down, much more comfortable. Huh? Oh, okay, so from here, let's just get comfortable on the left leg. I want you just to do some knee rotation. So hands by the side, just gonna rotate the shin side to side. Okay, we keep going as I get this cat out of the way. Okay, so let's go left and right. You see how my knee is not really moving, but it's my shin that's sort of turning from the knee. Yeah, this is knee rotation. Okay, so you're having trouble with this one, think of anchoring the heel onto the floor and try to pivot this bone sideways, right? Rotational direction. Okay, good. Now let's go to the screen. Now we're going to do the full knee cast. So left hand under, just kind of propping the leg up. I like to just have a right hand on my knee, just to give a little bit of tension with my upper body. So now let's do this together. We're gonna first rotate outwards. So go like small pinky toe side. And then you're gonna try to maintain as much rotation as possible as you lift the foot up. Okay, so don't straighten the leg, just lift it up about maybe 3/4 of the way. Now, rotate the opposite direction, going inwards. As you bend the knee, continue to rotate as much as you can. Okay, let's try it one more time. Rotate outwards, maximum rotation. As you extend 3/4 of the way, continue to rotate even more. Change rotation, so rotate inwards. As you flex, maximum rotation there. Good. Now, continue rotating inwards as you extend. Rotate outwards, flex back down. Maximum inwards rotation. Continue to try to rotate as you extend. External rotation and back down. Great. Switching sides, right side this time. First, let's have the heel down and you can rotate side to side. So even you're comfortable, like, okay, you know, you're doing this and you feel like, okay, super easy. I want you to work for more. So it's always about squeezing more range and moving with a constant speed in both directions. Nice one, Monta. So I'm sure for some of you that started Kinstretch at the start of the circuit breaker, which is about 3 months ago, you'll find by now this sensation is very different. Practice makes a big difference. A consistent practice makes a big difference. Okay, right arm under. Let's lift the knee up. So making sure that as we extend, I don't want you to straighten fully. Why? Because if the knee is locked out, no rotation can happen. That's the way the knee joint is designed. So let's go outwards first. Extend, inwards, and back down. Go out, extend, in, and down. Go inwards as you extend, go outwards and back down. Maximum rotation, extend, keep rotating. Maximum rotation outwards and flex. Keep on rotating. Okay, and back down. So what I mean by keep on rotating is it's always not about, okay, hit point, checkpoint 1, relax. Checkpoint 2, relax. No, it's rotate. As you extend, you are continuously at every single point of this movement, still trying to rotate to bring, to send the shin like this way. Okay, so that's what we mean by continue to rotate. Moving on to ankles this time. So let's move on back to the left leg. Let's prop it up. Now hand on the shin to give you feedback on the movement. Now I don't want the shin to rotate, I just want the ankle joint. So at your own time, just gonna draw a circle with the sole of your foot, right? So sole of the foot point down, sole of the foot point inwards, point forwards, point outwards. Okay? Continue moving in that one direction. So imagine that I've drawn a circle on the sole of your foot. I want the circle to face in different directions. And reverse direction. Yep. Priscilla, try to slow it down. Yeah, Subun, that's great. And time, right? Before I switch on to the second side, so we talk about rotation on a joint. What is a rotation for your ankle? It's this movement. When you try to face the sole of the foot, out of the way, cat. Sorry. When you try to face the sole of the foot inwards and outwards. So this and this, yeah, not much you can see, is what we're going after. This is what we call the rotation for the ankle joint. So it's this movement and this movement. Okay, so on the second side, whichever direction you choose, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, remember it's always about maxing out the trying to rotate as much as you can, and then changing directions while maintaining or rotating as much as possible. Vivian, slow it down, slower, slow. Yes. So not just the toes, focus more on the sole of the foot, the middle of your foot. Change directions. Good. Breathe. Aim to move the foot at a slow, constant speed. Two, one, and time. Right? So just both feet down. We have one last one to go, working on our toe calves. Okay, so let's have all 5 toes down the floor. So important, yeah, you see the ball of my foot. Try your best not to allow this ball of the foot, or actually this entire range here, to lift off the floor. Let's get this part stuck to the ground at all times. Okay. You want a challenge? You slide your feet out. Otherwise, just keep them slightly close to you, making sure that you are stable. So let's do this together. Oh, okay, now you can see my toes. Right, making sure balls of the feet are on the floor. Let's lift up only the big toe. Big toe down. Big toe up. Big toe down. Good. I see toes moving. Big toe up. Big toe down. Now let's reverse that. So big toe stays down. Let's lift the other 4 toes up. 4 toes down. Okay, so making sure you're not like rolling inwards, yeah? 4 toes up. 4 toes down. One last one. 4 toes up. 4 toes down. Now all 5 up. Keep the 4 toes high as you lower down only the big toe. Big toe up. Big toe down. Big toe up. Big toe down. Big toe up. Good. Now let's spread the toes. So fan the toes, right? Try to bring your small toe, reach a small toe as far to the side as possible. And we're gonna lower down the toes in the sequence. So we're gonna go small toe first, followed by the big toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, and the big toe. Right, let's try again. All 5 up. Spread the toes. Create as much space between every single toe, and you peel them down. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, big toe. One last one. All 5 up. Spread. Piano the toes down. Okay, and that's our calves. Good. Let's come into a butterfly position. So sit as tall as you can. Knees out to the side. In this position, right? Whatever shape you're in, it's fine. If your knees aren't as low to the ground like mine, it's okay. This is just the expression of my current range, right? Even if you're here, this is fine, as long as your spine is not like this. If you're like this, maybe sit yourself on the block, prop yourself up, lean against your sofa, whatever, right? Making sure that you're seated as tall as you can. So from here, what we're gonna do? Oh, this class good, huh? Most of us, in fact, all of us hips are pretty open. Great. So now, you use your hands to sort of like inch your heels closer towards your body. So adjusting, I want you to keep adjusting until you sort of feel like some sort of stretch in your hips. Yeah, so if you're comfortable, bring the heels closer. If you feel a lot of stretch, you just stay where you are. Okay? So my adjustments are heel closer, sit up taller. Heel closer, sit up taller. Okay, until the point where I feel a little bit of a stretch. Yeah. Okay. So once you found that position, wherever that position is for you, I want you to place your hands on the top of your thighs. We're gonna start today with butterfly pales drills. So what that means, pales, you're gonna try to close your knees this way. Rails, you're gonna try to drive your knees down into the floor, okay? So when I say pales and rails, these are isometric movements, these are isometric, so it means that when I look at your screen, no one should be moving, so I shouldn't be seeing like knees fluttering, okay? This butterfly cannot fly, okay? Knees stay still, it's all about internal movement. So the harder the knees work up, but try to close, the harder the hands have to resist. Okay, that was a nice long rest time. Let's get started. So let's take a breath in. As we exhale first, let's build body tension. So body is tense, legs are tense, core is nice and braced. Now let's very gradually drive your knees into your hands, trying to close the legs. The harder the hips work, the harder the hands have to resist. Breathe. Ramp it up. Ramp it up. So about 50% your strength. So I like to go by strength level. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is your maximum. So now you're at level 5. Now let's increase it to level 6, level 7. Now increase it to your maximum safest effort for 10, 9. Remember, hands are matching the resistance of your legs. The harder your hips try to close, the harder your hands have to work. 2, 1, maintain that body tension and reverse. Hands off, try to squeeze your hips to send the knees downwards. Maybe even grab the bottom to try to pull it upwards, adding a little bit more resistance. Right? Maintain the effort. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Soften. Hands on top. Weight down. Thrust it back up again. Okay? So understand that if you're doing the pales and rails, sometimes it's just a little bit easier to lean forward slightly so that you can use your body weight to weigh the knees down. That's fine. Especially for those of us that have the knees all the way down. You just need a bit more body weight. If you're here, however, just do what you can. Sometimes maybe not palms. I like to just use my forearms to block. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever position allows you to resist better. Okay, break time over. Let's go. Round 2. Okay, so we're going to do pails, which is this direction. Breath in. Build that body tension. Brace the core. And gradually, let's start to drive knees up and towards each other. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Maintain that directional effort. Wrap it up. 6, 7, 8. Maximum safest effort. Okay. So you should really be feeling like all the inside stuff trying to light up right now. Trying to drive the legs harder into your hands. Keep going for another 5. I'm going to stop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't relax. Maintain attention. Reverse rails. Now try to drive it down. Okay. If you're a sucker for punishment, you can bring your hands underneath and try to lift it up to give yourself added resistance. Otherwise, I want you to work internally. Vivian, come on, get the knees all the way down. Squeeze the hips. Get your knees to touch the floor. For 2, 1. Soften. Okay, stay in position. So understand that a lot of this work is very, very dependent on your control. The better you are at controlling all the directional movements, the more work you're going to be able to squeeze out of it. Yeah? Curls and rails is pretty simple. It's just get into a position, work the joint in 2 opposite directions, and that's it. A lot of times people get confused by the terminology, but it's just a name for a movement. Now, hands behind the back, lean back slightly. You see how wherever your feet are, so right here or here, it doesn't matter, get into a stable position, but lean back. Now, push your hands on the floor, lock the arms out. What we're going to do, we're going to lift one leg at a time. So watch me. From here, it's going up and down, up and down. What you're going to try to do, you're trying to maintain the angle of the shin to the floor. So if your shin is on the floor like mine, ideally, you want to do this. In an ideal world where we're all really strong. Realistically, it might look something like this. That's fine. Okay, let's try it. We're going to do 5 lift offs. On the 6th rep, we're going to lift up and hold for about 5 seconds. Okay, working on your left leg first. Breath in, engage, high body tension, lift the left leg up, trying to keep the foot high, lower it back down gently. 2nd rep, leg up and down. 3 and down. 4 and down. 5 and down. Good. Last one. 6 up and hold it there for 10 counts. For 10 and 9. Try to keep the foot as high as possible. Iris, very good. Let's try foot above knee. Think of that direction. Vivian, the foot dropping. Come on. 3, 2, the foot don't touch the floor. 1. Okay, all the way down. Straight away, switching sides. Right leg this time. Breath in. Arms push to really stop the body from leaning backwards and lift it up for 1. Yeah, and back down. And 2. And down. And 3. And down. So keep the foot close here. The foot doesn't get to move out this way. The foot stays in this level. And 4. And back down. Imagine a wall in front of you. And 5. And back down. Okay, last one. 6 up and hold. 10 counts. 10, 9. Do not let the foot shoot forwards. Bring the heel close to you. Pull the heel close as well, and then lift the foot up for 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Okay. Switching back to the first leg. This time, let's keep it simple. Same thing. 5 reps followed by a 10 count hold. So what I mean is, if you look at my side view, if this is what you see, the foot starts to drift forward. Now pull it back close. Okay. It might move, but the intention is not to let it drift. The intention is I'm always trying to keep it close and up. Okay, round 2. Arms push down hard, lock in nice and strong. Oh boy, let's go. And left leg up and down. And 2. And down. And 3. And down. Continue, and 4. And down. And 5. And down. Last one, hold up for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze your glutes, rotate the foot up. 2, 1, and back down. Nice. Switching sides, ready. Right leg now, and up for 1. And down. 2. And down. 3. And down. 4. And down. 5. And down. Last one, 6, up and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Awesome stuff. Okay, you can check it out, sit down. Just watch me as I show the next position. Okay, so as I said, today we work on the Cossack squats. What's Cossack squat? You have no idea, don't worry. You'll reach that movement later on. Otherwise, this is how you set up. Okay. Okay, this left slide. So first, so from a kneeling position, you're just going to slide your foot out. Okay. So I'd like you to have your heel in line with, well, in line with your hip for a start. From here, you're just going to hands on the floor. You can slide, sit back down, and notice as I sit down, my hips will shift along, right? So my foot will shift along my hips. So even from this position, it is still heel, knee, and hip in a straight line. Okay? Back foot, you can point, you can step, whichever feels better for your back ankle. Sometimes when you point the toes, you have like a bony part on your floor, doesn't feel great, adjust it. Or even just roll your mat, get a pillow, get a cushion, whatever. The bent knee is not our focus, it's the straight leg. All good? If you understand, let's get in position. Okay. So here, same thing. We want to adjust our body position to try to get as much tension or stretch, right, for the inner thighs and the hips. So if you have a bit more range, what you can do is just to kind of slide your foot away from you. Okay, especially if you got a great middle split, you want to move slightly outwards. If you don't have a great middle split like me, like here, I feel it. Okay. So remember, key thing, I need you to be stable. So hands on the ground, provide support. Right, you can always adjust with the hip position by sticking the butt backwards, right, by shifting the body angle. Play around. This is the time when you play around to adjust the position to find your best stretch. Okay. So I only have one criteria. Can you see my toes? Make sure the toes are on the floor. Foot is pointing forwards. Great. Oh, we are all in position. Stay there. Stay there first. Let me have a look. Okay, very good. Yeah. Yeah. So some of you are like on your fingertips. Let's just lean forward. Let's set the palms down. Why? Because I want you to be more stable, and I want you to use your hands to create tension. In this position, we're going to do pails trails. What is pails? In this case, pails is us trying to drive the inside of the foot down into the floor. Rails is us trying to lift this leg up. Okay? Leg up is in this direction, right? It's not going to happen because you're close to your end range and there just isn't much movement there. If you can lift the leg up, that means you're not your end range. I would like you to slide the foot out even more. No questions? Questions? None? Let's go. Okay, so always we start to build body tension. So take a breath in, grip the floor, brace the core. Everything is tense, nice and tense. Now, let's do pails. Start to drive the leg downwards. So breathe out level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside the foot, driving down hard. Feeling the inner thighs, the inside of the hips working a bit harder now. Ramp it up. 6, 7, 8. Maximum, safest effort. Breathe. All right. So imagine at home, if I'm there next to you trying to lift your leg up, I shouldn't be able to because it's driving down so hard that I can't lift it up. Okay, it's stuck to the floor. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Maintain effort, maintain tension. Now try to lift the leg up, working the opposite direction, rails. Okay, now you're trying to squeeze your glutes. You try and get as little force from as little weight of your foot on the floor as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften, kind of relax. If that felt tough for you, you stay where you are. If you felt very comfortable, actually also stay where you are. But I'd like you to try to increase the intensity of the movement. Okay, stay there, you don't move. We're gonna do one more time on the same side. So when I say maximum effort, it means that when I count down all the way, like 3, 2, 1, by the time I say 1, you should have maxed out, meaning that you have absolutely no more strength left. If I continue counting, your strength effort is gonna drop. Okay, that's what we mean by maximum. Okay, round 2, take a breath in. Exhale, body, legs, arms, all nice and tense. Heels, start to drive the foot downwards. Okay, so building up, we haven't hit maximum yet. You go level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the inner stuff is starting to fire, starting to work. Now ramp it up, 6, 7 to your maximum safest effort. Okay, if any point of time it feels unsafe, you pause there, but maintain that level of effort. So now 6, 5, max it out. 4, max it out. 3, 2, 1, maintain tension, and let's reverse. Rails. 10, 9, 8. Trying to get that left foot as light as possible on the floor. Working all that outside hip muscles. Try to lift the leg off. 3, 2, 1, and soften. Yeah. Stay in position, not done yet. Of course, if your knee is giving you a bit of discomfort, feel free to come out, move around, shake out a bit. Otherwise, from this same position, we're now going to work on rotation. So hands on the floor, all this stuff here does not change. We're only moving this leg. So now, watch the toes, right? Legs lock out, toes to the front, yeah, toes point to the front. You can think of driving only the toe harder to the floor, and then lifting and rotating the toes to face the ceiling. From here, reverse, toe drive down hard, toe lift towards the ceiling. So working on hip rotation. All good? Yeah, okay, let's do it. So from here, hands push down, same thing, build the strong body tension, rest of the body does not shift. Let's rotate, toes up, as close to the ceiling as possible. Rotate, push the toes as hard into the floor as possible. And up, and down, good. And up, and down. 4, 4, up, legs are straight, and down, good. And 5, and down. Last one, 6, and hold it there. Let's hold this position so you're continuously trying to rotate, trying to bring the small toe as far behind as possible. 3, 2, 1, and time. From here, I want you now to bring your body away from your heels. So this is a side view. You're sitting down, now you're lifting it up, hands to the floor, going to like a quadruped position. Okay, we're now going to practice lift off on the same side. So you're going to start off with this toe pointing to the ceiling position. Yeah, if you can, just kind of shift the heel slightly forwards in line with the front knee. And this one's pretty simple. All you have to do is now lift up that leg off the floor and back down. Notice my leg lifts off, the toes do not change direction. Toes always maximally maintain maximum external rotation, and flexion, and down. Cool? Let's do it. Right, so first you maximum your height. Rotate to the back, maintain this rotation, arms push down hard, knees are locked out, and lift up for 1, and back down, good. And 2, and down, and 3, and down. Maintain rotation, and 4, and down. Last 5, not yet, and down. Okay, last rep, hold, yeah, up and hold for 10, 9. Push harder with your right arm. Don't lean to the right side so much. Lift that left leg higher. Good adjustment, Iris. Good one, Yang. Come on, Priscilla. 2, 1, and back down. Great. Great. Let's do the whole sequence on your other side now. So coming back to the tails rails in this position. Okay. So now you come down. You adjust. We start off with the toes pointed forwards first. Yep. So especially when you do tails rails, one really important thing is stability. If your position is unstable and you're like kind of wobbly, it's going to be really hard to exert force from the hip. You can adjust yourself, make yourself comfortable, make yourself stable. Okay, and from there, once you're stable, you find your best stretch. Yeah, so really like if this knee giving you grief, ankle giving you grief, get a cushion, get a towel. Not sure what to do, let me know, right? I'll find you a adjustment. Go in position now, good. And of course, that goes without saying, this leg has to be as straight as possible throughout the entire movement. Okay, we are good to go. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, body tension. Tail start to drive downwards, right? Going level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I try to lift up, I can't because you're driving down hard. 6, 7, 8. Ramp it up, maximum, safest effort. Breathe. 6, 5. So I count down to 1, you should have like maxed out. You shouldn't be able to push as hard anymore. For 2, 1. Maintain tension, reverse rails. Now you're trying to get this foot as light as possible on the floor. Trying to get that side of the foot to lift up high here. Or just try to, oh well, just keep moving. 3, 2, 1. Soften. Yeah, readjust you need to. Come out in and out of the stretch you need to. I know like it may not be exactly comfortable for this leg. So you do whatever adjustments you need to get yourself comfortable. We're good, right, round 2. Breath in. Strong body tension. Let's start to ramp it up, driving the heel downwards. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vivian, can you have the palms on the floor? I want you to push your palms hard on the floor. Yeah, get the tension in. Good, arms are working as well. Ramp it up, 6, 7. Maximum, safest effort. Good, good, good. Really push arms on the ground. Grip the blocks, grip the floor, punch your fist, whatever it takes. I want the arm strong. I want the inside of the foot pushing down hard. For 3, 2, 1. And rails, reverse. Try to lessen the weight of your right foot on the floor. Come on, come on. Use your arms to help you. The tension in your upper body is helping you. You should feel that right foot get very light on the floor. For 2, 1, and soften. Same position, rotations. The same body tension right now. Let's rotate. Let's do it together. Rotate up. Push back down. For 2. And down. And 3. And down. And 4. And down. And 5. And down. Last one, 6. Up and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Good. Readjust, go back into your quadruped position. Yeah. Toes point to the ceiling, maintain this effort. Okay, so now your body, your hips are off the heel. From here, you're gonna lift off. So left hand, push really hard to lock yourself in place. Ready, and lift up for 1, and back down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down, and 4, and down. Iris, lean to your right a bit more, and 5, yeah, and down. Last one, up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Iris, don't lean. Lean less. Lean to your right a bit more. 2, 1, and back down. Okay, great. Let's all stand up. Let's give the knees a bit of a break. That's a lot of kneeling. Next one hand, right hand on the support. You're working your hip in an open position. So just watch me first. You're just gonna lift this leg up. You're gonna open the knee to the side. And I like to just support my thigh in this way, because this way I can't close my knees anymore. If I support here, sometimes just get tired, it kind of just wants to drift inwards. But this position, if it starts to drift, you know. Okay? So of course, if it doesn't feel comfortable holding this way, just grab your thigh any way you want. What you're gonna do, you're gonna lift it as high as you can. You're gonna start to squeeze that hip flexor. Right? So imagine if an object here, you crush the object. So you lift it as high as you can with the aid of your arm. From here, you engage. And then as I release the hand support, try to keep the knee as high as possible, continuously trying to crush the object here with maximum force. 10 seconds, hands back on, bring it back up, repeat 2 more times. Okay? The key here is you are always trying to crush that object in your hip crease with your maximum force. Oh, good, good, good. Okay, let's go. Right, left knee up, left knee open to the side. Use your hand to help you bring the knee as high as possible. Standing leg is nice and tall, nice and straight, body's nice and tall. Take a breath in, exhale, feel the tension. Start to maximally crush the object in your hip. And slowly release the hand support. 10, 9, 8. Destroy that object in your hip crease with your strength. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back on, lift it back up. Round 2. Breath in, engage, and release for 10, 9. Standing legs straight, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back on, lift that knee up. Use your hands to lift the knee higher. Good. Standing leg is straight, breath in, engage, and release for 10, 9. Continue to crush the object in your hip crease. Come on, make it work. 3, 2, 1. Hands back on, lift it back up. Yes, 3 reps is done, but now we're going to change the movement. So what you're going to do now, you're going to watch me first. You're going to let go, and you're going to straighten and bend. Try to straighten as much as possible without the knee dropping, and bring it back, right? Knee hinges. Ready? Breath in, engage, hands off, knee as high as possible. Let's go for 1, and back, and 2, and back, and 3, and back, knee high, and 4, and back, standing leg straight, and 5, and back, and 6, and back, 7, going for 10, and back, 8, and back, 9, and back. Last one we hold, 10, and hold for 10, 9. Now everybody, leg lock it out. Leg is straight, leg is high, stay there. 3, 2, 1, and back down. Okay, switch sides. So the hinges might be a bit confusing. So the first reps, as you're doing the repetitions, prioritize keeping the knee high. The last rep we hold, Allow the knee to drop slightly, but get the leg as straight as you can. Good. Switching sides now. So right knee up, left hand on a support. Use the hand support, arm support to lift up higher. Breath in, whoa. Engage, whoa. And let go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand back on, lift the back up. Breath in, engage for 10, 9, 8. Priscilla, left leg straighter. 5, 4, stand leg straight. 3, 2, 1. Lift it back up. Last one. Breath in, engage, and go. 10, 9, 8. Yen, keep crushing the hip flexor. Yes. Go, Iris. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Wow, so much more. 2, 1. Hands back on. Lift it back up. Now we're going to do hinges. Right? Crush hip flexor. Release the hand. And let's go. For 1. And back. Keep the knee high. And 2. And back. Keep going. For 3. And back. 4. And back. 5. And back. 6. And back. 7. And back. 8. And back. 9. And back. Last one. 10. And hold for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Good. Stay standing. From here we go straight into our Cossack squats. So we prep the body. We've gone through all the stuff we need to do a Cossack squat. Well, most of the stuff. So the Cossack squat, if you're not sure, it starts off with your feet in a wide position. I'm going to just bring the camera angle back down so you can see my feet. For today, I'd just like you to point your feet outwards about 45 degrees. Yeah? So you're going to just bend your leg. On one knee will start to bend. The other foot will start to point upwards. So that's like the rotation what we did earlier. Yeah? So you can bend, straighten, go as slow as you can, and you come back up. But of course, this is not just a normal movement because it's Kinstretch. I'm going to add, I want you to focus more on the direction of the force. So as we go down one side, as you bend the knee, I want you to think of the same hip sensation that you just did. Okay, that open hip, knee high position is your bottom Cossack squat position. Okay, all good? Can understand? No questions, let's do this. So what's the format? In standing position, you're gonna squeeze the hip, roll down as much as possible. At the bottom position, you're not resting. You are squeezing this hip all the way, even at bottom. I'm gonna count 5 counts. If you reach your bottom too early, you stay there and continue to work that hip flexor until everyone is done, okay? Otherwise, it should be a 5, 4, go slow, 3, 2, 1, and then you can just use your hands, come back up. Good, so hands in front, squeeze your palms, squeeze your fist, ready, and let's slow it down. For 5, 4, squeeze here, 3, come on, work more, 2, 1, hands down, come back up, reset, round 2. And go for 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Rep number 3, and go for 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Okay, so we have 2 more reps, right? So here's the thing, if you go down too low, and you start to feel like your body leaning forwards, you stop. That is your maximum range for today. Continue to try to work the hip flexor without leaning forwards. 2 more reps here. Hands up, clench fists, let's go. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back up. Last one, and go for 5, 2, 3. Maximum effort in the hip flexor. and back up. Switching sides. Questions, anyone?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
I think I'm lacking ankle mobility. So even though my hip can go down, my ankle lifts up. What do I do?
Keep the ankle down for today.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So like, as you go into multi-joint movements, a Cossack squat involves many joints. You might find that even though the focus on the hip, you may be restricted by another joint, say your ankle. So that's fine. You just stay wherever you can at that higher level. Continue to squeeze that hip. Maybe shift some emphasis towards the ankle. Okay. So second side now, hands up, and let's go for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Back up. Yep. Monta, as you lower down, think of sticking your butt backwards slightly more. Second rep, and go. 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back up. Third rep here, and 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Fourth rep here, and 4. Clench those fists, squeeze your head, keep going, and back up. Last one, and go. 5, 2, maximum hip flexion, control. Yeah, Monta, good. Don't let the knee shift, and back up. Okay, take a short break. Good, pick up. Yeah, so this is about Kinstretch. Like, honestly, it can be very tiring or it can feel like nothing. What I'm asking of you right now as we do this movement is to really focus on the joints, right? Focus on building that directional awareness. Okay, so with that was just for you to understand the direction. The second part, we're gonna do one more set, and then one more set of Cossack squats, hip curls when we're done. Right, so just pay, if you can, just give me like 5 more minutes of your time. So the next one, we're going to focus on a bit more strength. So we've gotten great at really using our hip to pull ourselves down. Understanding that this standing hip position is similar to this Cossack position. Now when you build strength in that range, so here's what's going to happen. You have the hands in front, right? You're going to lower down to the point where your hip is just in line with your knee. So not too low where you can kind of relax now. You stay at a higher angle. And from here, you can do shoulder cuffs. Okay? Can? This is like, not just enough to do a hip movement. Now you want to throw in a bit more fun. Let's do the shoulder movement in. My only criteria is that your hips do not sink down low and that bent knee is working as hard as you can. Don't worry, okay? I'll be using the timer for this one. You'll not be doing any longer than intended. We're gonna start off, so whichever side you started off earlier, you go back to the same side. We're gonna hold the Cossack position for 30 seconds, and you're just gonna do scapular curls in one direction. All cool? Let's try. So hands up. Clench your fist. Whichever side you started with, you're going to do the same side. And bend the knee, pulling yourself down into a halfway position or however low you can. Stay, and let's go. Scapular curls. Monta, sit the hip back a bit more. I think can go a bit lower. So butt back, yeah. Good. Hip lower. Monta, slide your right foot out to the side. Widen the stance, right foot outwards, yeah, go out. Priscilla, why so high, Priscilla? 3 more seconds, 2, 1, and come back up, okay? So quick one, Monta, so what I meant was, if your stance is narrow-ish, it's kind of hard to move, right? There's no space for this to go. So slide out, widen the stance so that there's space for movement to happen. So try that. Okay. Otherwise, second side, legs open, hands in front, and lower down. Stay, and go. Now working on building stability and strength in the bent leg, iris lower. Yep. Good. As you move your scapula, try not to allow your hips to shift. And time, come back up. Shake it out, we have one more set to go. Why? Because we did scapular cast in one direction, right? So the second set is to work on the opposite direction. We have to be fair. We have to get the shoulders working in all directions. Okay. So second round, let's change the cueing a bit. You lower down into your toughest, weakest Cossack position. So you lower down, make it as hard as possible, and then you stay there. Yeah, if you're comfortable, that's not our intent to plan, right? I want you to max out that position such that when 30 seconds is up, you are done. Like there's no more effort, no more strength left for you to maintain the same hard position. Okay, everyone already? Good, this is the last round. Hands up, clench the fist, strong body tension. So arms are strong, core is strong, hips are of course working hard. And lower down. And let's go, scapular cast. Good, good, good. So think of it this way, your entire body is not allowed to shift. Only your arms are allowed to move. Yen higher, Zibun higher. Vivian, that's awesome. Priscilla, a bit lower. If your legs and hips are burning, good. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and time. Come back up. Okay. Breathe. Switching sides. Last set. Uphold, and we are almost done. Arms up. Strong tension. Lower yourself down with control. And let's go. Priscilla, you're doing a great job. Now try not to allow the spine or the body to shift. So tense up even more tension. Yeah, good. Subun a bit lower. Yen, that's awesome. Stay there. Yeah, Monta, good. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and stand back up. Nice. Now let's end the session with hip cast. Let's come back down to the sideline position again. I want you to now return to this hip cast that we did earlier with all of that strength work and stretch work that we've done. Try to see if this hip feels different. Okay, so lie on your side, whichever hip you want. You're just gonna go back and forth, tick-tocking in both directions for about 30 or so seconds. So you're still performing the hip cast the same amount of intensity as you did in the warm-up. Right? The idea of doing why we end off the cast, the same cast, is I want you to save your progress. Whatever connections you've made, the hip or your body, let's return to the same position to try to save our progress. So you may feel different, you may not, it's fine. But either way, the intention of trying to expand the circuit at all times is what we are really after. Okay. Vivian, try to slow it down a bit more, slower. Try to hit your maximum range. Okay, and time, switch directions. Everyone else continue. Vivian, let's watch the screen. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So Vivian, this part here, right? You open here, this is great, but try to keep the knee high as you rotate first. So try to do this, try to go up and then drop the knee down too soon. Keep the knee as high for as long as you possibly can until it feels too difficult, and then the knee gets to go down. Okay? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, monitor, don't let the body lean backwards. Let's go for just another 10 more seconds. That's good. 2. Yeah, Vivian, better. 1. And time. All right, sit back up. Okay. No, I was just checking. It seems that it's raining again in my area. Anyway, take your hands. Give us a nice round of applause. Prepare back. Yeah. Job well done. So this class may have been hard, may have not been hard for you. That's not the matter. My main goal for this class is for you to build more awareness in your joints for movement. Okay.